It's taken me longer to get up here than it's my story. But I did go on Mervin Char's honeymoon with them, which was a lot of fun. Probably more fun for them than for me. And I want to say about the cowboy boots. In Paris, those cowboy boots were a big hit everywhere we went. Chefs came out of restaurants, wanted to show him his cowboy boots. So that was my cowboy boot story. And that's better than yours.
All right.
Who else has a story? This is not a funeral now, it's close. But, you know, we can still tell, you might as well say it was good. Spike's coming up again. This is not going to be good. I can tell you right now.
This one does get better because Maggie, now, I think this is what I remember from about 30 some years ago up in Canada, when we were all together, you and Rich and I don't know who the hell you were with then, Merv. It wasn't Char. Sorry, but at any rate, the story that came back from everybody sleeping together this particular night was with you and Rich. And Rich says, "You want to do it again?" And you said, "Don't let him kid you, he didn't even do it the first time." Am I remembering anything right here or not?
Well, I don't know. I'm afraid to talk after something like this. Did you do it right? And you're not even on the right page. Thanks, Spike. That's good. You know. One time in London, we go to Europe to find out about carrots. When we got to Europe, we didn't give a damn about carrots. The carrots was not even in our realm. Peter, come on up here, Pete. What are you limping by? You had surgery or something?
All over.
Well, that's always fun when it's all over. All over, do you take it again?
So this is a coincidence story. And so in 61, then I was in Centralia, and then I met a lot of real nice fellows from Olympia. And so then on Friday night I'd come home and to Puyallup, and so I'd come by Olympia and I'd drop some friends off. And so one time I dropped a fellow off named Larry Copeland and Maggie. And so small worlds. This was 61, and so then Larry says, because we were talking, because his dad was a body man, and those guys that liked the cars and everything, then you couldn't have any higher credibility.
His dad was named Larry.
Okay, and I think the son was your brother named Larry? Yes, and so then he was always talking about his dad, and there was nobody that had a higher credibility than a body man. So he took me in the house, and so then we either had pop or something. Then I was going to leave. Well, then Maggie and Rich had just gotten married, didn't know him, and I always said that Rich and Mervin looked so much alike, and that they could have been brothers. So here I looked at the picture, and I told Larry, I says, "Man, it seemed like I know that fella." He said, "Well, there's no way you can." He said, "There's a tire store, and he married my sister, and everything like this." And so then a year or two goes by, and so then I'm dating Merv's sister, and she says, "We got to wait here before we go to the Elks, because his best friend is coming from Olympia." And so here comes Merv driving in with a 61 white Chev with a black stripe, and then Rich was right behind him, Rich and Maggie, with a 61 Chev white with a red stripe. And then Rich gets out of it, and I said, "You know, I've seen you before," and everything like this. And then the story all came together. But what a coincidence that from a picture in 61, and then 2 or 3 years later, then it turns out to be my brother-in-law's best friend, and everything like this. And so anyway, and then Merv and Rich are inseparable, just like Spike and Mervin. They've had their whole life together and everything like this. But that was so special, just to just the friendship that Merv and Rich had too, and everything like that. So at this time, I wanted to honor Rich by saying that because he would also be here. So I want to say that.
Do we have anybody else? Oh yeah. It's good they're going to come out of the woodwork. You're going to find out Merv's whole life. God welcome. I mean, you're in trouble. Oh, get up here.
No. So buttons on your underwear.
Maybe you are.
I must. Buttons on me.
I've got some sad news. You know, Mervin, everybody's talking about Mervin, what a great guy he is, but I was a really good friend of Rich Weidman's. And if you've ever seen them together, they always fought. And we get our families together, and as you know, Maggie's a sweetheart, you know, doesn't want to have any confrontation. My wife Susie the same way. And we get together down at the ocean at Rich's place or over at Mervin Shar's, and they just fight about, you know, how long you had to cook the clams or how you fry out. It was horrible. It was just horrible. And Mervin, and then, pardon me?
Why'd you stay?
Well, because it was kind of fun to watch, but we stayed for the why. We stayed for the why. And I think if you think about it, you know where I'm coming from on this.
No, we
Yeah, we did. Because Rich Ryden was such a good guy, nice guy, and Mervin just kept picking on him all the time, and I just think, well,
we call that brick, right?
it was horrible. But wait a minute. Of course, Carl Burke's going to come up here and back me up and say that Merv's a great guy, but anyway, it was really embarrassing. You should have seen them. They would fight all the time. It was so fun. We go clam digging, and here comes Shar out with her rhinestone flip-flops on. And it looked like she was going to a wedding party. We're going clam digging. And Mervin, no, that's my honey, you know, that's my honey. And we'd go out clam digging, and Rich, we'd all go out, come back, cook the clams, and God, they'd fight the whole night. It was unbelievable. But anyway, I can't tell you how much I love this guy. He's wonderful.
Oh,